Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Hints of Hisui podcast. In this episode, I'm joined by Rankoruru and Ithi.
Hello, hello.
Hi.
So, for today's topic, we want to quickly cover some news about the upcoming Mega Dimension DLC for the Legends ZA game that recently came out. Was that? Damn, this DMC is coming very close to the main game release. I didn't notice.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna talk about some updates with the fan game community in general. So stay tuned for that. About the news, did you guys see the trailers? We got some small trailers showing new megas and new mechanics. So basically, it's old news for you listeners, but I'm just gonna quickly recap it. Basically, Hoopa is in his confined form, very hungry for donuts, and if you feed him donuts, you get a certain kilocalories gauge, and enter like a roguelike question mark
Yeah.
mode. That is basically a glorified battle zone, where you can find Pokemon above level 100. What do you guys think about it?
Kind of excited. It means fan games did it first, and Pokemon is copying fan games
I
again.
agree. But also,
Crazy.
if you're gonna be a purist, now if you're a fan game, you can be, oh, I can raise the level over 100 now, and no one will complain about it.
Yep.
It's perfect. Everybody
Nope.
wins.
They legally cannot.
Nature
If
imitates
ZA
art.
can do it, exactly.
It's like when they said the word die in Legends Arceus. Now fan games can use the word die. It's not considered edgy. It's like,
Crazy.
everyone wins. You can't do it unless Pokemon do it. That's the rule. We're gonna talk
Yeah,
about
it's
it a
almost
lot
like when
too
you-
in
Yeah.
the later section.
It's almost like when you write something, you have like a list of words used in any Pokemon game. You can only use them.
Exactly. That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
If nobody said bicycle in every Pokemon game, you cannot use that word.
Yeah.
We're gonna use this new restriction in like the next EP Expo Game Jam or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, wait a second.
Yep.
Where's the hat on the Pro Tag? We can't play the game right now anymore.
Ooh. No, the protagonist
true.
without the hat must be the protagonist's design recycled for the professor's assistant, right?
How can I play this fan game without a hat?
So we got new megas in this mini trailers as well. We got
Yes.
Chimecho, we got Baxcalibur, and we recently got Zeraora this week.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see you're excited, ET. What are you excited about?
I am most excited about Baxcalibur, just because of the ice type mega evolutions we've gotten so far.
Mm-hmm.
We've got Garbage,
Mm-hmm.
Garbage,
Mm-hmm.
Frostlass.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, we're safe.
She's just a long girl.
Is that it?
I think so, yeah. I think there were only...
Bomb Snow, Glalie, Frostlass, Baxcalibur. That's it.
I'm actively looking this up to make sure
I looked it up before.
I've listed all of the ice types
today because it was
'cause-
salty that we're probably gonna wait like months before we get a Blastoise in TCG. Damn it.
Yeah, Baxcalibur is the 4th ice type.
Okay.
And Baxcalibur is already a good Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's the thing, right?
So we'll finally have a decent ice type. Unless, I don't remember how good
Baxcalibur was banned.
Frostlass is supposed to be.
Damn.
Yeah.
So,
It feels a little too recent to have a Mega.
I think
Hmm.
maybe, but I think they're just trying to give everyone a little bit more. It's like every
Yeah,
gen.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I think I know they like Baxcalibur a lot because that's a Godzilla reference and they love that guy.
Yeah. With this, we're missing only Dragapult as a 600 club Pokemon.
Yeah, that doesn't have any kind of like
Yeah.
regional
thing.
variant or mega evolution.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jack
Oh, because
plus-
Gudra.
Gudra got
is
his
there,
fan, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of scary how they're going to add 100 points into Excalibur, though. It's probably going to be
I can't wait.
kind of crazy.
It's going to be broken.
Yeah. Dragon, Ice Stab, and that thing gets one more speed. That thing's going to ruin everyone's life.
There are a couple other megas that I will not spoil, but that we do know the stats for because they were left in the game, and they started like subtracting like a lot of points from stats.
Oh, okay.
In certain Pokemon. So
you know what I really like? I really love Chimecho. Actually, I think it's really cute.
Ooh, yeah, Chimecho is actually
the design for Chimecho.
My favorite from these three. Yeah. My least favorite from these three is of course Zeraora, because if you've seen Mega Zeraora, is black. That was phrased horribly. They changed the color.
It's black, so it's terrible. Clip it, quote it right there.
No, I didn't mean it.
What do you mean by
I mean that. I mean, I hate Zeraora. No, I mean...
You can't... wait a sec. What do you mean by that? You can't say that.
No, I mean that they basically color swap the Pokemon. That is never a good thing to do.
They definitely did.
They kind of works with Skarmory, I think. But when you start doing it to more Pokemon... I don't know.
If they wanted to do this color palette so bad, they should have just done Luxray.
Yeah, it's the exact same color palette as Luxray. And it feels kind of weird, you know?
Reversed a lot
it's
of
also
colors.
mythical.
That's really it. And they added horns.
Like, yeah.
On its arm, on its chest, and on its head.
It also doesn't have thumbs. And I'd never realize it.
It goes to cat.
Yeah, but it's a furry through and through.
So?
Like, give it thumbs.
Furries don't always have thumbs.
It's just weird, you know? It's like there with 4 fingers. Like, think about what would you do if you didn't have thumbs? Like, not even opposable thumbs. Like, no thumbs whatsoever. What are you doing?
I mean, that's what every other animal on the planet is kind of dealing with. And that's why thumbs are kind of broken.
Yeah. Thumbs are one of the major evolutionary advantages that made humans human.
Opposable thumbs, not thumbs in general.
Opposable thumbs. Yeah.
Yeah, like, I got a glass of water here. I'm picking it up, and I think I take that for granted. Am I a bad person?
There is maybe an argument to be done here. But what is definitely gonna be an argument is... some friend of the channel, a previous host here, who will not be named for privacy, Wolf Taiko, said that if I were to talk bad about Zeraora on the podcast, he would find my house and come and do bad things to me. So I will retcon what I just said about Zeraora and say that it's a great Pokemon, and I love his Mega Evolution. I just honestly wish it was something else.
Oh, it has 2 tails.
Oh, right. Scarves. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got 2.
Very X-shaped.
Crazy.
Or is it a Y?
Oh, my.
No, when you see in the trailer, when you see both its tails, it's very much doing an X-shaped pose.
Oh, okay.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah,
I also saw someone slowing down the animation and highlighting that he doesn't stumble when landing, doing his, I think, special attack animation.
Plasma Fist?
No, the generic one.
Oh.
They usually have like a physical attack animation, special attack animation, and then 1 or 2 like specific ones. I think. I may be wrong. I possibly am wrong. There are gonna be more trailers coming up, and I'm very excited to see what is coming up, and I'm mostly excited for like the new content, quote unquote, because it's just new megas. quote unquote just. Hi, Kitty.
I
Are
mean,
you a
new
Mega
megas
Evolution?
are kind of a big deal for most people.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
The Return of Megas was, meow. It was very meow.
Very meow.
Yeah.
Much nyan.
Much neon, yes. Ify, you did play the game, right? Are you getting this expansion pack?
I will be getting the expansion pack because, gotta make content. Hee hee ha ha.
Haha.
Okay. And did you reach the end game yet?
I have reached the end game. I've how do I say what all I've done? I've gotten to do everything except I have not done the post-game Diancie quest that they released a little while ago. I haven't done it just because I'm a weenie and didn't look up how to trigger it.
Okay. There are gonna be more extra quests for other legendaries, so stock them up and do them all at once, maybe.
That's not a bad idea.
I think that Buxcalibur is coming to the ranked rewards after the Kalos.
Yes.
Kalos starters. So not only some of the megas coming with Mega Dimension are gonna be like not in the game, quote unquote, not in the game, meaning you have to play the game to get them. Crazy. Play the game ranked to get them, but that means Mega Buxcalibur is gonna be available in the base game as well, right?
I think so. I assume there's going to be an update to the game where it'll make the game or make the item obtainable even if you don't have the DLC.
It's usually like that. They have to update the tables anyway.
Just like when base Scarlet and Violet came out,
Exactly.
they were able to just put in a patch to put in the Petrarunt item.
Yeah. Definitely. For some reason, and call me a boomer for that, but when you said Scarlet and Violet, and when you started talking about it, I was 100% thinking of the latest Pokemon game, Pokemon Sword and Shield.
Huh? Yep. That's definitely the correct sequence of
Scarlet and Violet doesn't exist, I'm sorry. I wish. Last time you guys talked about Pokopia, and I wasn't there actually. I think that was my first episode where I missed, maybe the second one.
Something like that.
Yeah. I wanted to chime in and say just really quickly that I am in love with Pokopia, like the entire visual style and like how it's being presented. It's amazing, like amazing.
Oh yeah.
Even if there weren't like the new forms, like even if the new variants weren't there, I would love the game anyway.
Do you believe the theory that a lot of people seem to have about this is a post-apocalyptic Kanto?
Yeah. If you listen to the Italian translation of the trailer, and the person doing the voiceover is straight up saying "rebuild the world" and stuff like, "Oh, build the world back up to its former glory," you know? And you can see like the destroyed, not Lavender Town, what is it called? Fuchsia City?
Fuchsia.
Yeah.
But yeah.
It's spelled in a completely different way in Italian. I'm
that's
sorry.
weird.
It's Fuchsia in Italian.
Okay, sure.
It's Fuxiapoli. In Cinnabar Island. So yeah, I caught that, and I think it's one of those things they're not gonna elaborate on.
No,
and also everybody's gonna rebuild
still...
Kanto exactly how it is, and just post it on Twitter, and yay, great.
We love it.
Yeah, and you know what I love also? Professor Tangrowth. Yeah, and Professor Tangrowth. You can just throw that in
Professor
there.
Tangrowth is great.
I think it's really cute. Yeah,
it's
I really
crazy.
like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got the little TM on his head, like an old school Doctor Reflector thing.
Yes.
I understand why. Like, I understand the rhyme and reason behind it. I don't know what they ever called it.
Yeah, like the head stethoscope thing, right?
No, it was a light reflector.
Yeah, you wiggle it to blind patients.
You would wear it for surgery.
Ah.
You wore it to surgery to to shine some of the light that was everywhere else, shine it directly onto where you're doing surgery, because it's kind of hard to see when you got 8 people crowded around one body to remove a bullet wound or something like that. Remove a bullet wound.
Yeah, the entire wound you cut out around the wound, and then you patch it back up with the fill tool from Photoshop. Yeah. Definitely. Is that anything?
I think that's everything.
Yeah.
Was it? Yeah. Speaking of games that are going to come out, or games that have just come out, Pokémon Lazarus is a fan game that recently came out by the dev that worked on Seaglass, Emerald Seaglass. That was last year. It came out last year, right?
Yeah. So it was somewhere around last year.
It's a pretty short dev time for an entire game. That's pretty crazy, yeah. I will preface what I think about Lazarus real quick. And every issue I have with the game, and I'm half joking here, I think could be fixed by putting the white outlines the dev used for Seaglass back into the style. It's a Gen 2 style with much more color. So to make entities and sprites pop out of the screen to make your eyes focus on them. I think the white outline was great, and I'm sad that it's gone in Lazarus. And I'm also surprised because I didn't connect where Lazarus was coming from, and I was in your stream when I found out, Ethi. It's from Lazarus Taxa, which is, when they found the coelacanth and they thought it was extinct, and then it was de-extincted as a species. That's crazy. I didn't think they were going there. That's a very good way to introduce fossils without going whatever the Crown Tundra did. So
yeah, it's just suddenly, hey, Aurorus just lives here now.
Sure. If you did play the game, right?
I have not completed the game. Okay. I played the demo about a year ago, and I have played a little bit of it as of this recording. But only up to the first gym. Okay.
I spoiled myself some of the. Well, there are megas in the game, and there are some new megas. So I spoiled myself all the megas. Some of them are pretty fun. Yeah, sure. But the main thing we wanted to talk about is a little bit of uproar we've seen with the community around this game, and especially the developer of the game. I think Ranko here is the most, informed and in touch. In touch,
I guess I've been reading it over the past few days, yeah.
Yeah.
But definitely, it's been a pretty big deal. I guess it's kind of like adjacent to the fan game community right now.
It's a fan game, so I would say it's important to talk about it.
Yeah, it's mostly in the ROM hacking scene, I think. People are talking about it a lot.
Yeah, it's a ROM hack of Emerald, so yeah.
Yeah, it is a ROM hack of Emerald. I'd say over EV Expos then, we haven't really been talking about it that much. But also because, like, they're mostly fan game people, so they're probably not even paying attention to it.
By fan game, you mean like essentials and
essentials,
right? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. Like they're not doing any decomps or anything like in the ROM hack scene. Okay. And a lot of the affected parties that would be, affected by it would just be in the ROM hack scene. So that's about it too. And like, oh man, where do we even start with this?
Yeah,
there's a lot to go.
It's a big topic. So to maybe get you guys viewers up to speed. I cannot talk today. Up to speed about what happened if you haven't heard of it. So the main developer of the game got some backlash on Twitter of all places. Who would have thought? About some content in the game, and I think the main two things was just bigot people referencing the fact that there's some LGBTQ plus representation in the game, which is great. I don't see why you would like get upset about it. Just don't look at it. I don't know. And one of the big topics was like, oh, this game uses public assets, and if you've ever touched the fan game community or the ROM hacking community, or if you've ever made a game or attempted to, you know that
even with Unity,
with anything really, you would know that free public assets are the thing you start with, and public assets in general, even paid ones, are like super used and useful. AAA games use Kenne's assets for their games, and we, for this game jam, we used basically a lot of Kenny's assets for Garry's versus the Sun, and that game is a completed game, and it's a composition, when you make a game, it's good when you do everything on your own, but you gotta just take some things. You're not gonna draw a grass tile every single game you make. Someone has already arranged those 16 by 16 pixels in a vaguely grass-shaped green patch. You can take free assets. Nobody should be shamed for using free assets.
I actually do want to mention something. So specifically, where to start in is Paco Scarso is the lead developer of Pokemon Odyssey. He made a tweet about Pokemon Lazarus, about how impressive and how much effort that the developer of Lazarus put into the game. Graphic, like the music and the visuals, and he was kind of just glazing it up, right?
Yeah, I think it was mainly on the rotating windmill you can find in the beginning of the game.
It was animated rotating windmill.
That's crazy anyway. It's a rotating windmill. I was surprised seeing it in Flux, and I'm way more surprised seeing it in an Emerald hack. It's wow.
And Paco is the lead developer, like I said, of Pokemon Odyssey, which is an incredible ROM hack, by the way.
Yes,
so
absolutely.
This is at its core, this tweet is just one ROM hack developer trying to build up another one, and just giving him some of his attention.
Yeah.
And just popping people up, cool
Very
guy.
fair.
Yeah.
Very awesome. Yeah. You're very cool. Good job. We appreciate the effort. That tweet went ultra viral. for whatever reason. Like, when you say something, oh, I like this game. This was really cool. This was a lot of effort into it. I respect this. And then it goes, like, to 10,000, like, likes.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Also, the fact that Twitter post, X post, was viral at that moment meant that everybody that was tweeting about it was getting suggested to people that commented on that tweet. And if you commented on that tweet, there was a high chance that you were shitting on one of the people in that tweet and saying hateful things. So, Ethy here, you did tweet about Lazarus, right?
I did tweet about it. I straight up said verbatim, let me pull it up. If you're going to hate on Pokemon Lazarus for having LGBT people in it, disrespectfully, go fuck yourself.
That is very fair, and I will not say verbatim what was said to you in the comments, but you straight up got slurs in response.
I did get plenty of slurs in the responses.
Why?
I did get... I have not sent y'all. This is live, me telling y'all this. Someone called not me a snowflake, but kind of implied that basically the dev is a snowflake. I may be these things, but
well, you're an ice type, so.
And then they but then they posted where they have gone into Photoshop. They have gone into some kind of ROM editor, and they have straight up made an edit to this game, where they either edited the files or went into Photoshop and made this edit and posted it, just to be homophobic and transphobic.
Oh, there's just the two flags.
Where they straight up messed with the flags in the screenshot, and I'm just like, you're not a snowflake. No snowflake. How much time did it take for you to do this?
This is very much... it's too late. I've already drawn you as the... whatever, Sojak, and me as the Chad. Yeah.
I know.
Some people have really small genitals on the internet, and they like to show it to others like this. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely like a really bad subsection of the criticism that comes from the tweet going viral, because this is very, very early in the game, where it's kind of a reference, so it is very, very horrible, honestly, that people are just like, I don't know, man, it just feels bad. It's like, whatever.
Yeah. Like, what does this accomplish in the end? Like, okay, you're showing that you're just a terrible person. Okay, thanks for blatantly advertising it. Makes my block button a lot easier to click. Thank you.
I just think it's so weird that, I don't know, that of all the things to criticize about the game, you pick out just 2 little flags? What?
2 little flags. That's it. Oh no, trans people are real? Trans people can infect my video games. Oh god, what am I going to do? My cisgender heteronormativity is going to be destroyed because a trans person exists, y'all.
You just download the transgender.
Get over yourself.
Talk about this. There's honestly so much to talk about this game, and then you're talking about these minor little things, and oh, they said body type A and body type B. It's like, who gives a shit? You're less 10 roaches at this point. Talk about something about the actual game. What?
Yeah, I think the problem here, quote unquote problem, is the platform and the people that thrive on it. It's incentivizing free bullying with no repercussion. So I feel like Twitter has become every day spin a wheel to choose what you're gonna be angry at and whatever, bully that person and never get punished for it, because what are you gonna get punished for? You're just expressing your own opinion on the internet, right? But who's getting punished is like the target of this, like quote unquote attacks, comments, whatever. And I saw like a comment on by the developer that they were leaving the scene on Reddit, I think.
On Reddit.
Yeah,
they
I'm
got
sure
a lot of attention
Twitter
over
is not
this
the
tweet,
only place,
which is unfortunate. I'm so sorry, Paco. You did not expect this to happen.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
they got overexposure, and I guess the worst people definitely try to give criticism about this game. Some of them wasn't even criticism. It was just weird hate campaign. It's like, okay, and then a lot of it was like, there's like there's like a different tiers of like comments on there, because there's like a lot of them, right? There's like a extremely viral post that it's all over the Pokemon community for that one day, I guess. Because it's a fan game, Pokemon fans go through it. Some people saw the game through it, they play it, and they like it. And some people, they play it and like it, but they say, hey, you should remove these 2 flags because I don't like it. It's like, what the fuck? Anyway, besides that, there are
a few reasons to validly criticize
there's a lot
this
of things to talk about. Actually, I'm trying to like start where to go here. There were people that were talking about critiques with the graphics and the music, and obviously Paco was glazing it up, and then Pokemon fans, I'm not saying all of them as a collective, because a lot of them were very supportive. Some of them were glazing it a little too hard. Some of them were like being like the most toxic people ever. And
you can see who is from the community, has been in the community for years and know what they're talking about, and who's just peeking in because they play Pokemon.
I can tell from by the moment they're talking, I know which people are being mean but they're actually in the community, which people are being mean but they're not in the community, people that are glazing it up and they are in the community, people that are glazing it up and they're not in the community. It's so obvious and so funny. And there's like different groups of people, and it's very bad. I think a lot of the discussion about this game is definitely getting buried because of that weird wave of hate that it got. That was just for nothing. Because obviously there are people who are saying, oh, this is why people hate this game. It's like, there are people that are doing that, but there's also a lot of other things about it that is just like... So first of all, the download. It's on a coffee. That's the big one. So it's a starting point, and it's optional, obviously, and you don't have to like pay anything to actually play the game. But it's always been a little bit of a weird, I wouldn't say morally ambiguous, because like asking for money on your game, even if it's like copyrighted or you're breaking the law, that's like not a moral standing. So I would say morally ambiguous,
wiggling
but like
a tip jar. It's not like wiggling a tip jar in front of your customers, but it's there, right?
I wouldn't say it's like a bad thing. But it's like a lot of people didn't like that, and I don't know, man. It's tough because I think fan game developers, we've been doing this for years, like decades and stuff, without any money. A lot of people don't make any money off this, and they could use the money on this, And then Uranium got shut down, like straight up, for that kind of fear-mongering. I'm not 100% sure what the details are anymore, because over the internet there's like so many different kind of stories of like how it got taken down and why it got taken down, and C&D and whatever. But like ever since then, like people don't want to, they're saying, hey, don't ask for money on your fan games or we're going to come after you. And then 10 years later, it's starting to become a trend. Like a lot of coffees, a lot of fan games, a lot of popular fan games actually have Patreons now, and they've been running them for years. I'm not saying recently, okay? So we're saying, oh, you can't have Patreons for your fan games, so Nintendo's gonna shut you down and come with you and point a gun at your face and shoot it and then tell you never to make one again or something.
And then tell you to...
And then it's like, but this has been up for years. They're making $2,000 a month on this Patreon. I don't know what you're talking about. You know? And that also comes to another point where it's like, I'm sorry. Coffee is like kind of similar, where you're not asking for money, but is specifically to fund you making a Pokemon fan game. And it's kind of running on the same boat. And I know we had a giant discussion about this on EV Expo. On EV Expo, you cannot have any monetary link whatsoever. No coffee, no Patreon. Yeah. We don't want it. We don't want to get in trouble. We don't want to do it. You know? We don't want to even deal with it. We don't even run ads. Some Pokemon fan game sites do run ads. We don't run ads. We still got shut down. So who cares what happens to us, you know?
EV Expo's never been shut down.
Yeah.
You're right.
Sure.
It's never been shut down. That's right. You're right. Where was I? Oh, yeah. And obviously that alone is not that, like, kind of egregious because, like, the work of a fan game is not easy. But I think what a lot of the developers, you know, people that were in the scene, were getting a little antsy about is how the game's style, like the sea glass style, is... So I've been following this fun little game called Pokemon Edelweiss for PSTK, and it is beautiful. It's like this retro Gen 2-like kind of style. And that game has been on hiatus for like a billion years. But the dev still makes tiles, and they are public. And you know what kind of tiles are in this game? Those same tiles, the guy named Arex. So it kind of has that kind of style, that retro Gen 2. And the Sea Glass Lazarus kind of style, like the kind of retro Gen 2 but kind of modernized kind of feel. And it made it feel like they're kind of trying to take credit for it. You never actually says that though. That's like their argument, I guess, that a lot of people from the fan game community were saying. And they're beautiful tiles, and it's not easy to just cut and paste tiles, obviously, because mapping is a skill.
No.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Making maps and level design, that's a skill. And they're kind of like counter-arguing the amazing visuals. But also, the fan game community just uses custom tiles all the time anyway.
Yeah.
You know? And it's like not even that uncommon. We all use custom tiles. We all use public resources. We all use all Pokemon stuff too. You know?
Yeah.
And
definitely.
It's like, just make credit. It's fine. But I guess this game becoming as popular as it is, like, it blew up in popularity. And I guess it was said that, like, it's not as distinct as it'd like it to be. Because I know there's another game that had this problem, and that is Pokemon Infinity, where Atomic Reactor had all his stuff, like, you know, public resources, open source, so you could, like, use his tiles and make your own stuff. And it's like, hey, just to credit, because these were very hard to make, you know? They're like edits and stuff, and getting a visual style is not easy. And people took it, and they just slapped the exact same routes and towns and the same thing, you know, into the games, and like, they didn't even change anything about it. And since now...
Like the entire route?
Yeah, there was a game that he was talking about it, and it's just like, this guy just took the entire first town and made it look exactly the same.
Damn.
Like the tiles and everything.
That's lazy.
Like, it's like, bro, I kept these open source so people can do it the same way I use my tiles, where like I change some stuff around, edit them, and make it like my own kind of style, and combine it with other tiles. You can't just take the entire thing and throw it into your road and say, ah, yes, this is my visual style now. Of course they got pissed about it. Like, you know, I don't know if you're actually upset about it. I know he's
reasonably
about it. But it's like, that's kind of like the idea here that a lot of devs are kind of talking about. Whereas like, I feel like you're not giving the proper accolades to the actual visual artist. But also, it's not really his fault because like he's just using public tiles. He never said it was his, you know? And like...
Yeah, I saw also some people always under Paco Scarso's post questioning the fact that the developer of Lazarus was not going out of his way to correct every single person, telling him that the game was good looking, to tell them, by the way, this single tile wasn't mine, this single tile wasn't mine, read the credits. Like, people are gonna assume you, quote unquote, you made the game.
I think most people outside the fan community are just gonna assume you made it. But also at the same time, like, the dev can't really keep up with that many people just asking about it. Like, it's just kind of impossible to solve, I think. Because when a game blows up, it's just like in the public's hands and they just kind of have to take it at face value. Like, what can you do? Pokemon Crystal Clear was also kind of guilty of this too, I remember. You remember the drama about that?
Yeah, the Swine Up game, right?
No.
Yeah, the Swine Up game.
Was it Swine Up game?
I'm
sorry. Crystal Clear was the open world.
Yeah, they have a little Swine Up as their...
Yeah. Oh, okay. I thought it was like one of the other fan games that came out around that era. And yeah, it is obviously like a weird kind of situation. And I think the best way I did compare it is that like when people use like when people praise a game's soundtrack in the fan game scene, and so the fan game is built up of like many different kinds of artists and creators. We got composers, we have tile artists,
it's a collaborative effort.
You know, it's just and mappers and level designers and a lot of encoders. Like, there's so much talent. And then if we have like composers, right? Composers are definitely doing stuff in the Pokemon style. They're following the rules about it, and then they're trying their best to like replicate something that's brand new and exciting. And I don't think it's very rare that they actually get the proper accolades for like having a good soundtrack. But you know what I've seen good soundtrack from people is when they just slap on like Xenoblade Chronicles into their theme in a game, and they say it's the OST, and it's like, damn, this OST is amazing. It sounds so amazing. I love the music you put in this, and it's just like the battle theme for Xenoblade Chronicles or something.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, that's not very fair, you know? Only because like the OSTs that people make, I won't say they're bad. And like some obviously need some work, but like some of them are actually very good too. Like for Bloodlines, our entire OST is completely custom, right? It is 100% custom, and I love it. I think it fits our theme so perfectly, and it's like it is very tailored to our game. But at the same time, if you want to compare like my poor composer to Nobuo Uematsu or something, obviously people are going to say that his is better, right? He's a super like professional composer with like 20,000 years of experience, and then it's like, I'm not surprised that composers kind of feel like they're invisible in the fan game scene. But at the same time, it's like it's a weird problem where you either get no attention or you get like a billion gajillion attention, I guess, about it. And it's very top heavy in that regard. I still make the 3 fan games joke, where there's only 3 fan games. It's Insurgents, Reborn, and Uranium. Because they're the only 3 fan games people give a shit and talk about on the internet. And it's like an unsolvable problem. And I can't blame the dev. I can't blame the artists. I can't blame the people that are having criticisms about it either. It's just a very hard topic to kind of solve because there's really no solution. We're just all victims of the algorithm.
Yeah.
And we will never experience free freedom.
The best you can hope is maybe a random content creator is going to have one random video get pushed in the algorithm and suddenly there's a 4th fan game.
Yeah, I know, right? And I guess that kind of ties me back into the coffee thing, because when you put these things on coffee as well, then it's like, it kind of sucks, because we had this conversation with Marino, who is the developer for Pokemon Essentials, where there are people making money off Pokemon Essentials by putting it on a Patreon and a coffee, but Marino says he's not allowed to do that himself. To the point where he questioned it. It's like, why are they allowed to make money off my work, but I'm not? You know? And it's tough. It's a very nuanced topic, and I can kind of go on about it for a long time. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, there is a lot of nuance. There's a lot of questions, a lot of unless the Pokemon Company comes out and explicitly says these are the guidelines.
Yeah. Worst case to worst.
We're kind of
like, they'll just shut them all down and then no one wins. You know?
Yeah.
That's also something that can happen. But as of now, it's just kind of in this weird limbo. And it kind of is getting overshadowed by a lot of the hate that's coming into the game for no reason. A lot of people are saying the same criticisms, but they're being way meaner about it. So it just makes them look bad, and no one wants to talk about it. You get randoms in the fan game. They're outside the fan game scene. They have to kind of come to the game's defense in that way, because people are being so rude about it.
Yeah.
And it's just kind of unfortunate, I think. But overall, the game does look incredible, though. But
yeah,
It does look incredible. Sea Live was also a really well polished game and everything too. I wasn't a fan of the outlines, but they weren't in a new game, so I gave them 2 points for that. Personally.
Yeah, I'm also not a big fan of the white outlines. I see why some people do like it. It just
I didn't like the outlines because, okay, so there's a perspective on the screen, right? It's a top-down perspective for everything, and there's shading and edges, the curves and the towns and stuff, and then the main characters all have pure white outlines that just kind of ignore everything. It's just kind of around it.
Yeah, it's kind of a style, you know?
It's like a style, but
it is a style, but
it's a
not a style that
I just
that my eyes prefer.
All right.
Yeah, I just didn't like it that much, unfortunately. I'm sorry. Lazarus.
And that's not me saying that this is a bad style. That's just it doesn't appeal to me personally.
Yeah. I just didn't like it. But
especially it's only on players in Pokemon, not every it makes people in Pokemon almost out of place.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think is my way to describe it.
On the other end, it does make every single important object on the map look important, but I still don't. I think for me,
I am seeing
I would
berries.
It helps
berries
you,
and Pokeballs.
Helps your eyes differentiate between the background and the interactable things. I think it's neat. I just think they're neat.
I think people,
and that's fair.
It's just like other fan games, no, other video games in general. If you need to make an object pop out,
put yellow paint on it.
No, not even that. They just they make the base color stand out, so you know it's interactable. You know,
yeah.
You know how a background object is a little faded more than an object you can interact with, stuff like that. They just blatantly put the white on there.
When you're working with a limited color palette, Sigla says.
But also they didn't
outline in Team, you know.
Are they really that limited at this point? It's 16 colors, and they're already running a retro color palette.
Yeah. So it's limited.
I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm being petty.
A little bit.
Yeah. Do you remember the cultist team from Pokemon Insurgents? Or just
where they straight up call themselves cultists, which I don't understand.
And it's people were saying this is like one of the best themes in Insurgents. It's got a YouTube video with like 30,000 views, and it's just a default RPG Maker theme or whatever. That pisses me off so much. Yes. Also kind of reminds me what's happening.
Yes.
Yeah.
Except this game is actually really good, so like I can't be so mad about it. It's just so much nuance about it to me talk about.
Right.
I don't want to give too many people too many points for them because like I don't know, man. I'm allowed to be a centrist for Pokemon games, right? It's just video games. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't see why not.
Yeah, but Pokemon's like its own politics sphere, so yeah, a lot of people are very aggressive one way or another about it.
Yeah, I guess that when you're making a fan game after these recent developments, I don't know. Just try and not listen to the 4 or 5 people that are making a fuss about, I don't know, flags or...
The issue is just like, they're like less than roaches for me.
You're
like,
making your own game. You put whatever you want in it.
Like...
in the limit of...
You mean nothing to me. You are not adding anything to this conversation whatsoever, and I completely ignore you.
Especially if your entire comment is like, slur. What do you mean?
It's like, man, I like the game. It's too bad about the flags. It's like, can you talk about anything else? Like, there's things you can talk about that people are actually having concerns about, and you're talking about this.
Yeah.
Like, whatever, man. Also, there was a lot of weird... I think a lot of the hate does come from jealousy, too. I think there's like a weird petty spite spray around, because not everyone's fan game becomes popular, you know? And this is probably maybe overexposed for some people. And when you see like stuff like that, I can kind of understand, but also it's just very, very petty and kind of a little sad too. Especially Seaglass's success too, where it's like definitely one of the most revered fan games in recent years, and it's got those white outlines. And it's like, I can't believe these white outlines are these popular.
Yeah,
I'm making an example. I'm not saying the white outlines are actually the problem.
Should make like bots accounts connected to ChatGPT or something that just shit on white outlines all day.
Oh my god. And also, just like there's more people, it's like people from outside the fan game scene, they don't understand that, we use public assets and Game Freak assets, so why are you shitting on a game about that? Like, just as a principle, it's like, oh, I found out this is using Game Freak's assets. Yeah, no shit, it's a Pokemon fan game. Like,
what did you think they were going to use?
What do you think they were going to use?
I would be less surprised for, like, people saying, oh, this game is just using Fire Red and Leaf Green tiles. Yeah,
and then
that's something I say when you make like a game that is using only Fire Red and Leaf Green tiles with nothing else.
It's
like,
frustrating watching
cheese
from
with
far.
Nothing.
Being as inside the game dev scene and the fan game scene in general, and being so tightly close to it, it just kind of makes me a little like frustrated just watching everyone talk about this. Like they know anything about anything what's going on here. You know?
Yes.
Especially when people are giving criticism, they're being they're getting like aggressive comments from people saying, oh, I mean, like they're just it's like, why are you hating so much on this game, stuff like that. When especially it's like some of the like really big like people that are making enormous amounts of public assets for like every game ever, because we live on public assets, this entire scene, right? So of course someone who's like an artist in the scene is going to be a little bit concerned about how art and public assets in a game are being like portrayed, I guess, to be.
Yeah. Here there are two like
so of course you're being concerned about that. So don't just dismiss that as well because people were being mean about it. That wasn't that person specifically, you know?
I think that here there are two comments that can be said, like two groups.
I think it's like 7 groups at this point, I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, right, yeah. I was about to say the free assets credits are always in the credits section of whatever the game is posted, or even in the game itself. So if you want to say, I wonder who did these tiles, and you go check the credits, like I do that sometimes, and you discover, oh, they were made by this person, and you maybe find out a new artist you like, and you maybe buy stuff from them if the tiles are not like, sorry, I have 2,000 alarms. You find out a new artist you like, since you went out of your way to check the credits for that. But then at a certain point,
right?
Exactly, most people don't check the credits, and when you get to the point where people that don't check the credits are the people that make the game, and maybe you made the public asset and you are not featured in the credits properly, you kind of get discouraged from making public assets. And I've been there, and it's I don't know.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
understand
the case
the artists.
The case of Lazarus. Absolutely, I'm sure all the credits are there. I'm not going to check every single line of the credits to make sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Like
I'm scrolling through the credits right now, and he even he's specified if you made a feature branch, this was made by this guy, this name box was made by this guy, new continue menu, graphics, tile sets, most basic overworld sprites purchased from these 3 people on itch.io. This was made by this guy. This was made by this guy.
They're actually really detailed credits. Most people aren't that detailed.
I have an entire spreadsheet, 1,600 lines deep, for every single sprite I use and every single person that made them. To keep
6 pages of credits and 1 line on a 7th page of credits in order by what they were used for.
I think the thing is that it's because the game got popular. I know a lot of fan games that don't make anywhere near as much detailed credits, but they're not so popular that people think that this is the greatest fan game ever made, because this person did it all by himself or whatever. Which is obviously, I don't even think he says that. It's it's gotten so much attention to where the amount of attention is concerning. And it's never really been addressed at this point, because fan games usually don't get that much attention.
No.
So
it's a shame, but
it's a shame, yeah.
Just the nature of it's just the nature of the beast.
Yeah, right? Because at the same time, I don't think his credits could have been any better, to be fair.
Yeah.
They really could not have been any better.
The only thing is direct links, maybe?
I think some people do
the PDF.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Some people do direct links. I know Purple Zafra does that for his game. He's the developer behind Sevi Islands. Yes. And he does direct links. And of course he's the biggest person about credits though. He's super strict about that. I'm pretty sure he was because he works on his own fan game and makes a lot of the assets too. So he's very, very big about public asset accreditation. But yeah, it's just kind of a monster of a situation to really take a hold of. But
yeah,
it is unfortunate. Yeah, I kind of feel bad when I get to see people really seasoned developers and artists in the scene. They're not really on Lazarus' side, but because they're not on his side, that they're taking shots from people that aren't really in the fan game scene.
Taking shot, freaky.
Just by association.
Yeah.
But some people are really, really mean about it, and I just don't like that either.
Especially I don't see how you can be that mean about a Pokemon
Yeah, because
game.
some people's standards for Pokemon games are absurdly high, actually. Somehow. And also still play Pokemon.
Yeah, official Pokemon. Yeah.
Like some people's like, well, if you're playing a Pokemon game, it's gotta have this, and this has to sound like this, and this gotta look like this, and this gotta be like this. You know, stuff like that. And those are there are people like that do not like Lazarus because of that. Because the music sounds off here. Oh, you didn't center the let's see, you didn't raise the elevation in one of the flying Pokemon or something, you know? Or like, oh, you didn't loop the victory music. Or some minor bullshit like that.
Yeah,
like,
I'm usually
how can you say
like
this is a
that,
bad game? How can you say this is a
I'm
good
not
game?
Yeah, I'm not saying that a game is bad for like a
Yeah,
minute
like
detail.
That's exactly it. It's like I wouldn't call a game bad over that. That's just
something
weird.
I would fix for the next version.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you forgot. Just say, hey, you forgot to loop the battle music. It's like, oh, you didn't loop the battle music. This guy is the laziest man on the planet, actually.
I'm never gonna touch this game again, and I cannot play it because the battle music does not.
And I am
loop.
disgusted, or like.
Yes, I am actively going to puke.
What the hell's wrong with people? Like, chill.
And also, go to Twitter and
Pokemon games are not
everybody.
sacred. Like, come on.
Exactly.
You know.
If you're that vocal about fan games,
like,
you should be that vocal about mainline games.
Sometimes
Since you are playing fan games, mostly
honestly,
because
to be fair,
mainline games are bad.
I guess just like they take fan games to like some extreme standard. That's just really weird. I guess where you can't like have like kind of creative liberty to like do something a little different. Like, you know, the outlines, for example. I don't like them, but I'm not going to be disgusted about the game and not play it. Because the game was great, you know? You know? That would be stupid and petty for me. But, like, some people actually are that petty.
I just turned around and...
Yeah.
It's snowing like crazy. Everything's white. It's crazy.
I can't relate. It's kind of hot here.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, over here in Florida.
Yeah, over here in Alaska.
You're in my garage. Anyway,
Give my car.
What else do you have to say?
Yeah,
I think it sucks that the developer has to take a break. That's it.
Yeah.
Because of this.
Also, some people should take a break from socials and go touch grass sometimes.
Yeah, I agree.
Mainly if you are that upset over 7 by 12 rectangle.
And also, like, it's just a little unfortunate. Like,
yeah,
it's like one nice tweet about a game just like turns into a battleground for everybody.
Yeah.
Now no one can talk about anything at all. It's like, man, we can't have shit in this house.
Also, even if you're upset about like an inclusion of anything in a game you're playing, oh no, you're sad for like 2 seconds, and then keep playing the game. Just does that really ruin your experience, or does that really ruin your day to the point you need to ruin someone else's experience of making that game?
Yeah, I know there are a lot of people that will play fan games, and they're not really into fan games, so they don't really consider it like a hobby project, and they'll nitpick like every little thing about it, and it is a little sad, honestly, because like it's hard to put these developers on like such a high scale. It's like, oh, but it's so easy to do it, but it's like it's not easy to do like 5 million minute little things when you're working on everything else too.
Yeah,
you know, it's not easy.
I touched upon it like just a couple minutes ago, but this also ricochets onto people that are working actively on their fan game, because what if I publish my fan game and I left I don't know a person that is slightly darker skin than the others, and I get slurs and whatever in my comments. It's like, these people have nothing else to do. you shouldn't listen to them if you're worried about it, dear viewer. Also, like and subscribe.
Yeah, I know. And there's one thing I also want to talk about. It was like the in terms of just standards in fan games.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard trying to be someone supportive in the fan game scene and try to get people to, acknowledge that while it is a hobby scene and their fan games are not sacred, you should at least definitely give it a try to continually improve upon your work and make things more polished as you go,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Because, it's just something. And I think Lazarus got hit by, both of them, Whereas, I guess the only solution is to not talk about it, in a way.
Yeah. Avoid discussions.
I know a lot of people definitely would be a lot softer about that thing, and just you can't say anything about a fan game project whatsoever, because it's a hobby project, so you can't add critiques or whatever, and they're mostly just from people that don't make fan games,
Mm-hmm.
And it's tough, but I don't know if anything I said made a lot of sense over in context anymore, because I'm just kind of rambling a lot.
Yeah, we're all kind of rambling.
Yeah. There's just so much I want to talk about this topic, because it's gonna happen again, I think. At least a few other times. And it kind of happened with Xenoverse too. It happened with a lot of
the X word?
games. Yeah, I said Xenoverse.
I'm upset right now.
Yeah, of course you are. We can't talk about anything nowadays.
So
someone's gonna be upset in fan games. I gotta get that big asterisk, because I'm not talking about politics, I'm talking about fan games. We're talking about video games.
No,
Yeah.
Let me talk about video games, come on.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
if we want to end on a positive note.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Thank you for reminding me.
The Luminescent team, the team behind
Luminescent
Pokemon
Platinum.
Luminescent Platinum, the BDSP ROM hack, they have announced Blinding Light, a full scope mapping tool in Unity to essentially make a full scale ROM hack that's not just Sinnoh.
Balancing.
yeah, I saw that. That is amazing work, honestly.
Yeah, they basically reversed engineered the map editor for BDSP, and you may know this, but BDSP is just a Unity game.
Yeah, it is.
Quote unquote, just a Unity game. And being a Unity game, you can pretty easily decompile it. So the Luminescent Platinum team has been hard at work on models, Pokemon, other things, battle backgrounds from Battle Revolution, crazy stuff. And damn. If someone is listening and is interested in Unity and for some reason BDSP, I am really looking forward to see some jam games made with this.
Yeah, that would be
cool,
wild to see.
Okay.
That would be really cool.
I'm a big fan of that. And I'm just hoping that I think one of the biggest roadblocks is just I think sprite art's a little easier to get into modeling if you want to make custom stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's gonna be a little bit before we see some crazy stuff. Even with the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon editor, the Sky Temple.
Yes.
Those art pieces are so detailed that people don't make custom ones.
Yeah, I saw that.
You notice that? They all just use whatever recycled assets are in the game, because like it's genuinely very hard to make a custom asset for that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's a full screen pixel art background. And it's also in 16 colors, so...
Right, yeah.
32 colors?
To this point, though, it's like kind of hard to do like something super custom Sky Temple, just because like the artistic labor to make like something like that would just be very high.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened with the BDSP engine thing. At least for a bit. Maybe it's gonna be a little bit easier because like I guess basic low poly models will not be as difficult as like an ultra elaborate pixel art masterpiece that looks like every other mystery dungeon background. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know people that are currently using enlarged version of in-game mystery dungeon backdrops as full-on desktop backgrounds. So that art still holds up. And it's so good.
Yeah.
Man, we don't get spin-off games like that anymore.
No, that's a shame.
I know. But anyway, I guess there's really much all I say for closing thoughts. Lazarus does look a great game, but
yes,
that's really it. That's all I gotta say.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We might actually play it. Maybe we should play it.
Yeah. Maybe we should.
I can't wait to stream more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eventually.
Maybe we should play it.
To close off today's episode then, next time, unless something crazy happens, we should be talking about the last two Jam games, which are Blue to the Rescue and Weather Lady's Strange Day Off.
Yeah. We were going to talk about it today, but like there was just so much talk about Lazarus, so we just kind of set it aside for today because it would have been like a 3-hour episode.
And
yeah, we don't need to do that again.
Leaks say there will be another small trailer for ZA, but they didn't announce anything, so if that happens, we don't know right now. If that happens, we're gonna talk about it.
I think the Pokemon Company confirmed that they are gonna have like the one we just had plus one more.
There should be one on the 24th, one on the 2nd, and one on the 9th.
Oh, thank you.
From sources that have got everything right up until now. So, I don't know.
Keep your Wednesday mornings open if you're American.
What did you say?
Keep your Wednesday mornings open if you're American.
I know, right?
Yeah, definitely. So that's it. That's it from us today. Yes, it is. And we will see you next week. Bye-bye.
See y'all then.
Bye.
Bye. Be nice to each other.
Yes.
Or else.
Or else.
Yeah, or else Nintendo will come to your house and shoot you in the head and then tell you not to make fan games anymore.
You get Nintendo ninjas.